Ever since K-pop Demon Hunters hit the screens, fans have been going absolutely wild with questions. Who are the real fans of the Hantrix? How old are the girls? Could the Saga Boys ever come back? And are there demon hunters in other parts of the world, or just in Korea? Stay right where you are, grab your snack and hit that like button, because today we're answering all your burning questions and diving deep into some official facts mixed with wild fan theories. You've probably seen this question everywhere. What should we call ourselves? Are we the Hantrix Nation, the Rumi's Army, or maybe something completely new? Interestingly, the movie never revealed an official fandom name, something many believe was a clever move by the writers to let the fans decide their own identity. Among fan circles, you'll hear popular suggestions like Hunters because they see themselves as part of the team fighting demons. Others love Lightkeepers, a symbolic name that represents spreading light and pushing away darkness, just like how fans support the girls and bring positive energy to the fandom. And of course, some simply say, we are the Hantrix because, well, no one else could ever be real fans like them. So while there's still no official title, one thing's crystal clear: the Hantrix fandom has a powerful spirit united by love for the group, not just by a name. Here's one of the biggest fan curiosities: how old are Rumi, Mira, and Zoe really? The movie never gives us a clear answer, but based on what we've seen, we can make some pretty good guesses. All three members seem to be in their late teens to early 20s. Rumi feels like the youngest, emotionally playful and energetic, but her confidence and mature voice make her seem around 19 or 20. She's got that fresh debut vibe, but with the passion of someone who's lived for the stage. Mira, on the other hand, looks and acts older, strong, charismatic, and calm under pressure. Most fans place her in her mid to late 20s. And then there's Zoe, the mysterious one. She sits right between the two in personality, quiet but sharp, often observing before acting. Her mature fashion sense and thoughtful expressions make many fans believe she's around 21 or 22 years old. She has this elegant aura, like someone who's both youthful and wise at the same time, the perfect balance between Rumi's passion and Mira's composure. But remember, they're not exactly 100% human. They're hunters with powers that may slow aging or mask their true age. So maybe their real ages are far beyond what we can imagine. And maybe that's the point. The creators kept it ambiguous, so every viewer can see them as whatever inspires them most: a group of young, ambitious girls, or a timeless symbol of feminine power and light.
Whoever made this is a genius. This deserves a like. Hilarious.
Now, this is the question that breaks the internet every time. Are the Saga Boys really gone? At the end of the movie, they completely vanished after the final battle. Many fans think their fate was tied to Guimma's collapse, but there's no scene that actually shows them dying. Instead, we just see them fade into smoke, a classic anime trick directors use when they want to keep the door open for a comeback. Some fans even believe Genu saved their souls at the last moment, trapping them in the underworld, waiting for a chance to return. And the wildest theory: they could come back as redeemed humans, free from their curse. If that happens in part 2, it would definitely blow everyone's minds, because like it or not, the Saga Boys were a huge part of the movie's charm. Their return could ignite the fandom all over again. Here's a mind-blowing question that could change everything. Is demon hunting only happening in Korea or across the entire world? The movie mainly focuses on Korea, but there are a few subtle hints suggesting a much bigger universe. Remember when Celine talked about the first generation of hunters who protected our world? She didn't say our country, she said our world. That's a major clue. It might mean that different hunter groups exist all around the globe. Imagine a team in Japan using traditional instruments and rituals to fight darkness, or an American squad with a bold pop rock style that shakes the gates of evil. Maybe even an Arabic edition, Huntrix Middle East mixing Arabic rhythms with pure radiant energy. This opens the door to an entire Demon Hunters universe, where teams from different nations could either collaborate or compete in musical battles to protect humanity. If the sequel builds on this concept, we could be witnessing the start of one of the biggest cinematic K-pop franchises ever.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I know, right? It was so epic.
Now, this one really had fans scratching their heads. When the Hon Moon barrier was reactivated at the end of the movie, all demons were supposed to vanish from the human world, right? But somehow the tiger and the bird were still there beside Rumi. So how did they survive? There are two major theories. First, maybe they aren't demons at all, at least not in the usual sense. They could be guardian spirits, bound to Rumi's heart instead of Guimma's dark power. In other words, their existence comes from her positive energy, not evil. The second theory says the new Hon Moon barrier isn't just a reboot, it's an evolved version. When Rumi sang that final song, she wasn't only sealing away demons, she was restoring balance between light and darkness. That means creatures that exist between both realms could still remain as long as their intentions aren't evil. Either way, it's a beautiful twist that shows how Rumi's light doesn't destroy, it heals.
Rumi's new look is actually pretty nice.
Okay, let's talk about the biggest mystery of all, Celine's fate. After the final battle, Rumi and the Hantrix defeated Guimma and reactivated the barrier, but Celine completely vanished. No goodbye scene. No trace. Nothing. Fans have come up with 3 major theories to explain this. The silent sacrifice theory. Celine sacrificed herself to help Rumi activate the barrier. Some fans think her soul merged with the Hon Moon itself, becoming a spiritual guardian protecting the world from within. The exile theory. Remember the old theory that Celine might secretly be the real villain? If that's true, she may have banished herself in guilt after realizing her role in causing the chaos. That would explain her silent disappearance. She chose to disappear rather than face forgiveness. Here's something that seems simple, but it's actually super deep. Did regular humans ever realize demons existed around them? In the film, people live normal lives, concerts, social media, fan events, and no one seems to notice anything strange. That's not a coincidence. Celine's protection system, the Hon Moon, didn't just block demons from entering, it also blocked human memory. If a human ever saw a demon by accident, they'd forget it within seconds. That's why the Hantrix appear to fans as just another K-pop group while secretly being the world's first line of defense. But there are a few hints that things are changing. Remember the airplane scene where people saw strange things in the sky? Or the concert moments where fans in the crowd looked confused, as if they'd seen something impossible? Those might be signs that the barrier is weakening. So the real question isn't did people know, it's how long before they find out. Now, here's the wildest theory yet. Is Rumi still part demon after the barrier closed? At the end, when she sang the final song, all demons were erased from the human world. But sharp-eyed fans noticed something in the last frame. The dark marks on Rumi's body faded, but not completely. If you pause at just the right second, you can still see a faint mark on her neck. That raises a big question. Was she fully purified, or is that side of her still inside, just suppressed? Theory 1, full purification. Her voice, filled with pure emotion, destroyed the last trace of darkness. Symbolically, the same power that once made her vulnerable became her ultimate strength. Theory 2, the dual soul. The demon side didn't vanish, it's just balanced. Rumi learned to live with her darkness instead of fighting it. This gives her incredible potential for character growth in the sequel, especially if she starts hearing whispers from Guimma again. Either way, Rumi's transformation isn't just physical, it's spiritual. She's no longer afraid of who she is. Whether half demon or fully human, she's now the living symbol of balance between light and shadow. And that's it for today. Hunters, if you made it this far, you're officially one of the ultimate fans of K-pop demon hunters. Tell me in the comments which question or theory blew your mind the most. Do you think there's really an extended version of the movie? Or are the rumors just fan imagination? Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, because what's coming next is crazy. We've got upcoming videos diving into new theories, hidden details, and even leaks about the next film that no one's talking about yet. Stay tuned, stay curious, and remember, here on this channel, we don't just watch anime worlds, we dive deep inside them,